Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Mile High Living. I'm Gina Bellich. Well, if you're a homeowner, you know that your home needs constant attention, and even more so during the cold winter months. And 1-800-HANSONS is your trusted home improvement expert. So joining me now to tell us all about the many ways they can help get your home ready is Samuel Ames and John Williams. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Thanks for having us.
This is a perfect time to be talking about this, right?
Absolutely.
This is absolute perfect time. The one thing I think a lot of us might be feeling today and in the coming months are drafts in your house, right? How can we actually, what do we need to look for and where they come from?
So there's a few things you can do. I mean, first of all, I think we all intuitively know which rooms in our home are generally colder or in the summer warmer than others. And there are a few things that actually build into that. But some simple things you can do is look at your energy bills from previous years. Granted, the weather may be a little bit different, but if it's significantly different, there may be something wrong with your home. Windows, for example, there's other simple things you can do, like use the match test. So take a lighted match and see if it blows out. Just put it around the edges. I wouldn't recommend you get on your roof this time of year, especially after the snow we had this morning.
Right.
But hopefully your Christmas lights are up already. But there are some visual things you can do as well in the off season.
Now let's talk about roofs, because this is something where a lot of us, I mean, we don't see the top of our roof obviously very often. We're not up there, right? So what is something that we need to be looking for in terms of the integrity of that?
Yeah, so roofs are extremely important. You definitely want to look to see if there's any lifted shingles or cracked shingles. In the spring and summer, you can look at the end of your eave troughs, because what really happens with roofs and the reasons they fail, granules start to fall off the roof, and they'll be at the end of your downspout of your gutter. So if you look and you have a pile at the end of your downspout, you'll see granules. That's a sign that your roof's dated and aging. And in the winter, just like with the draft test, you can look at the roof to see if snow's melting off of it in certain spots. That means there's a draft in your attic, or you don't have good ventilation in your roof. So just a couple easy from the ground things. We don't want you to get up there and look.
No, that's a really good point, actually. Another good point is the last couple of years has not exactly been easy on a lot of people, right? And that has caused some supply chain issues. Has that been a case for you guys?
Yeah, supply chain has been a significant issue over the last 2 years. We experienced some of the longest delays. I've been in the industry for 15 years, and by far the longest delays in getting product. The good news is that has subsided over the last six months or so, 3 to 6 months. In roofing especially, we now have back to normal, if not even better, lead times on our products.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, and thankfully, 1-800-HANSONS is one of the largest remodelers in the country, so we do get a little bit of priority when it comes to supply chain.
Oh, that's good to know as well, because that has also set people back, and part of what set people back from doing is winterizing their home, their cars, things like that. We hear that word a lot, but what does that mean, and why is that important for our homes?
Well, I mean, every year winter comes like today, right? Most of us maybe weren't ready for winter, but there's little things you can do to get ready. And you walk around your house, if you see cracks and caulking or different things, I mean, those are stuff homeowners can take care of themselves. If it gets to the point where you have to put up some plastic or whatever, those are options too. But really, that's when you start to notice those things, that's when it's time to have someone out. And a company like ours, we give free estimates all the time. So if you're just curious, we can come out and do a total home inspection and give you a free estimate on what it would take to replace those, or maybe some general ideas to get you by for another couple years.
See, that's pretty nice. Yeah, because a lot of times they don't need to be replaced immediately. Let's talk about some of the differences in the types of siding, windows, and roofing that's available.
Yeah, so typically when you have, we call it new construction. When you're building a home, they will typically use, no fault their own, some of the cheaper or just to get by materials. They're not built for that specific home. They're pre-ordered in mass quantities. And whether it's, windows that come in double pane or triple pane or reinforced fiberglass or whatever that is, there's a huge difference. Just like shopping for anything in the world, you pay, you get what you pay for. Or even like with siding, so most siding on a home actually is hollow back siding, so that means it doesn't have anything behind this really thin layer.
Okay.
Where a lot of products like ones we recommend actually have this foam back. They actually use an ice cannon to shoot at this, so it's hail resistant. But so there are a lot of different options when it comes to home improvement.
No, absolutely. Before we go real fast, let's talk about things people can do on their own, and then when they need to give you a call.
Okay.
So many of the things that people can do on their own, again, it's just stuff that you walk around. You want to make sure that your gutters are clean, right? So as things start to freeze, that can increase ice dams, which are very damaging for roofs. That ice that freezes and then backs up that first couple layer of shingles that will push underneath. So clean gutters, making sure your water system's flowing. The windows, making sure that, you know, anything on the outside is caulked.
Right.
You know, caulk seems to fail a lot.
Those are so simple things, but we also overlook them. Guys, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate that. Get the products you need with an unmatched guarantee. Remember, there is free installation, and right now, get no interest, no payments until 2024. Call 1-800-HANSONS. That number is 800-426-7667, or visit hansons.com. They paid for today's segment. Keep it here.